George Randall, and welcome to you, Math and Me. And today, we're going to have a continuation of last program about division of decimals. Okay, now, we had a problem up last week, or when I was here last, and the first step in doing this, initially, we start out with a decimal here where it says 12 100ths. And the question is, how many 12 100ths can you get out of 125 and 72 hundredths? Okay. Now, the first step is to move that decimal 2 places to the right. And whatever you do on the outside, you must move this decimal 2 places to the right and put a decimal here. Then you divide as though you did not have any decimals at all. First, 12 goes into 12 one time. 1 times 12 is 12. Subtract. And we get 0. We bring down our 5. Can 12 go into 5 evenly? No. So you put a 0. 0 times 12 is 0. Subtract. You get 5. Bring down your 7. You got 57 and you ask, how many 12s can you get out of 57 without going over? And in this case, 4. 4 times 12 is 48. Subtract 48 from 57. You get 9. You bring down your 2. Right back again. How many 12s can you get out of 92 without going over? 7. 7 times 12 is 84. Subtract 84 from 92, you get 8. Now, I added zeros, but it did not change the value. So we bring down a 0. How many 12s can you get out of 80? 6. 6 times 12, 72. And when you subtract 72 from 80, you get 8. Bring down another 0, and you again put a 6, and it's going to repeat, repeat, repeat. And if you notice this sign here, that means repeating. Now, how do you check? Same thing as though you had whole numbers. You're going to write your answer, which is the quotient, and multiply it by the original number, which is 12 100ths. Ready? 2 times 6 is 12. Carry 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Carry 1. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 5. Carry 1. 2 times 8, I'm sorry, I gave the answer. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. We put a 0 here, getting the right place value. And often I spoke 1 times anything is that thing. So 1 times all of this. 6, 6, 7, 4, 0, 1. Now we add 2, 9. 5 plus 6 is 11. Carry the 1, that's 10 and 17. Carry the 1, 5, 2, 1. How many decimals? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we're multiplying decimals, it's not going to come out exactly the same. But look how close that is. I think we did it right. I know we did it right. And we've checked it. We hand in our paper. I love it. It's black and white. You already know you handed in a correct answer. Now, again, this is finishing up addition, subtraction, multiplication of decimals. Again, we did a division, then we did multiplication. Rules that apply with both. Over here, we move the decimal 2 places to the right. Whatever we do outside with the divisor, we must do with the dividend to keep everything consistent. After we got our answer or quotient, we then turned and multiplied our answer, called the quotient, times our original divisor, and we ended up with 125 and 7,192 10,000ths. Very close to that. And of course, your teacher would say round it to the nearest 100th. So we go to this number here, and because it's 5 or greater, our final answer would have been exactly that. In other words, we would have had, by rounding, 125 and 72 hundredths. Now, we've done division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. But I was told I got to back up a little bit more, because some of my students that I tutor are just being introduced to multiplication and some division of some basic numbers. And I always like to start out with 5. Why? Because we've learned to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and so on. So look at this. 5 times 5 equals 25. And multiplication is nothing more than a shorthand way to add. Watch this. How many 5s are we multiplying? 5 5s. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5, 10. Plus this 5, 15. Plus that 5, 20. Plus one more 5. Now my question, which was faster? How much less do you have to write? 5 times 5, 25. Again, a shorthand way to add. And of course, look at this. I want you to look at this, because 5 times 425. Do you want to write this plus this plus this plus this plus this? I don't think so. Watch this. 5 times 5, 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 2, 10 plus 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 is 2,125. Now we've written this. That's 5 5s. I'm cheating. Instead of going 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 5 is 15 plus 5 is 20 plus 5 is 25. Carry. And again, I'm cheating. That's 10 plus 2. But again, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Carry the 1. And again, 5 4s is 20, but 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 4 is 20, plus the 1. Which one do you want to do? I know which one I want to do. A lot of writing. All of us, I think, are a little lazy. We don't want to write all that. We don't. Now, I want to show you something else. One of my favorite numbers. 9. 9 times 3, or 3 nines. Again, 3 9. 18. 27. 27. But guess what else? When you're multiplying nines, your final answer should add up to 9. You don't believe me? Let's look at the timetables. We're going to look at them all. 9 times 1 is 9. So, of course, 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 times 2 equals 18. What's that equal to? 9 times 3, 27. What's that equal to? 9. We're going to skip a few bars. 9 times 9 equals 81. Oh, I cheated. I went ahead of myself. And then equals 9. So if you multiply 9 times a number, let's try it. 272 times 9. 18, carry the 1. 63 plus 1 is 62. 18 plus 6 is 24. Now, let's make sure we've done everything right. Did that go right? No, I didn't multiply right. Help me, because I make mistakes. Look what I did. Is that 18? So let's start again. That doesn't look right, because that doesn't add up. We got 18, right? 63 plus 1 is 64. 18 plus 6 is 24. Is that correct? Now, what does that look like? 12 plus 6, right? Look at that. 12, 16 equals 18. What's that add up to? 9. So when you're multiplying any number by 9, your final answer when you add and then break it down one more time, 9. That's why I got 9. So when we come back, we're going to break down division and talk about that because, again, multiplication, shorthand form of addition, and again, we're going back to basics to make sure that when your teacher talks about decimals, it's going to be fractions, the process is going to be the same. Again, I thank you. We'll be right back.
I just went to a major dealership and got ripped off on a luxury car. Ugh.
Well, I just
just got a great deal on a luxury car at Star Imports in Camp Springs, Maryland. They took their time with me, treated me with respect, and helped me find the perfect car.
Hey, DMV, looking for a unique car buying experience? Tired of high-pressure sales? Good news. At Star Imports, you'll be delighted with our boutique-style car buying experience. We're committed to treating you with the utmost respect, even if you have less than perfect credit. Check out our impressive selection of pre-owned BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, Jaguars, and other imports starting at $5,988. For fast online guaranteed credit approvals, go to starimports.com. That's STARRIMPORTS.com. Or call 301-423-8000. Star Imports, home of the boutique-style car buying experience. Located in Camp Springs, Maryland, off exit 7B off the Beltway, next to Red Lobster.
Hello again, and we're going to talk about division. And as we look at division, see if we can break it down just a little bit more. And I've told you that division and multiplication are relative. And that says 25 divided by 5. This says 25 divided by 5. This says 25 divided by 5. And what is it asking you? How many 5s can you get out of 25 without going over? So we can do what we've been doing. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is now 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 5 is 25. Oh, I didn't write 25. I wrote 5. How many 5s did we get out of 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer to the division problem, 25 divided by 5 is 5, 5, 5. But again, 5. And how do we know that's right? We added up 5 5s and got 5 out of 25. We can do what? Multiply the divisor times the quotient, which in this case is the answer, and get 25. And that's why I say what? Division and multiplication and a form of addition, they're related. And if we don't utilize what we know, because you didn't know, maybe you didn't know that there were 5 5s in 25, but you did know that 5 times 5 was 25. Boom, boom. How many 5s are in 25? 5, count them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Division. And then you're going to have a couple times where your teacher is going to ask you a little bit more involved. And we're going to go 3. And ask how many 3s can you get out of 47? Or it could be 47 like this. Or it could be 47 divided by 3. And so on. And we're going to speak in this case about a remainder because, again, not all of our division problems are going to come out evenly. Okay? But we can go the long way. But first we'll do the problem. Because, again, we talk about our basic facts. But this one's going to exceed our basic facts that we learn, our times tables 1 through 12. Okay? So, division. We look at this number, we look at that number. Can we get a 3 out of 4? Yes, 1. And we subtract, and we get 1. Then we bring down our 7. How many 3s can we get out of 17 without going over? Back to our basic facts. You could list so many 3s until you got up to 17. In this case, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 6, 9, 12, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we know our basic multiplication facts, we should have come up with 15 without all of this. And then we subtract. And we have what's called a remainder, and we put an R of 2. Now this one was a case where we don't have a decimal. Okay? So we leave it a remainder. How do we check? Go right back to what? Multiplication. And again, we could do some things, but that says 3 times 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry a 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 45, plus our remainder of 2, 47. Look at that. And you hand your answer in, which is 15, remainder of 2. That would be your answer. And it checks out. Basic math skills. I love them. Okay? And again, if we don't know how to multiply this 3 times 15, we could write 3 15s. That's 30. Add 1 more. That's 45. Plus our remainder. 47. Again, let's look at one more. And we might not making this difficult at this time. We want to talk about the process. Do one more. And again, we'll keep the divisor a single digit for now. 4. 67. And again, it could be written 67. That line means divided. It could be 67 divided by 4. And again, what it's asking you is how many 4s can we get out of 67? Okay? We could list a whole bunch of 4s and keep adding, keep adding, keep adding, but we have to do this quickly. So we look at the first number. How many 4s can you get out of 6? 1. Put that right above the 6. Multiply it by. Remember, I'm talking about those relatives. 1 times 4 is 4. Now we got a subtraction involved. 6 minus 4, 2. How many 4s can you get out of 27? 8, no. 7, no. 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract. 3 is our remainder. So our answer is 16 with a remainder of 3. And again, checking, multiply, because it said how many. And it says here, the question was, how many 4s can we get out of 67 without going over? In this case, we said 16 with a remainder of 4. Now we're back to that relative multiplication. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 64, plus our remainder, 67. Wonderful. You've handed in another correct answer. Now, remember that good old number 9, because again, when you're multiplying by 9, your answer should add up to 9. We're going to do one more, because I know you don't believe it, and I had help because I make mistakes, but it's always good to have some help. And again, 3, 5, 7 times 9. 9 times 7, 63, carry the 6. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 6 is 51, carry the 5. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 5 is 32. Wow, I can see that's 9. But let's do it. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. More than likely, your multiplication is correct. And on that, we're going to call it a morning, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. And don't forget, you can reach me at gerandall22@gmail.com. Thank you.